Good morning from Zimbabwe. Today is Saturday, 22 June 2024, and it's just after 8 in the morning in Zim, where I am. The markets are closed. And the reason why I chose to record today is because there's something that I was thinking of when I was home last night about the entry that I did last week, the bearish entry that you can see in front of my screen. And there's something that I wanted to mention. If you are continuing with the video series, you will notice that when I left the office, I left when the 10 to 11 a.m. candle was painting. I forgot that yesterday was Friday, and Friday or Thursday usually create the low of the week, and then price starts making its way up to create the tail of the weekly candle. Meaning this candle here, the 9 to 10 a.m. candle, would be the low of Friday, and price has started making its way up, hence creating this bearish engulfing candle during the 11 to 12 p.m. price action. By this time I was already home, so this, when I then saw it this morning when I came to work, I was like, oh, I made a blunder, I shouldn't have traded. But if the 12 a.m. candle on Monday starts and maybe miraculously price starts coming lower, it then means price probably wants to come and reprice this inefficiency and then continue higher. If that happens before price has taken me out, it then means I am executing my bullish trade here and I am collapsing my bearish trade. Okay, so we've been taken out, and what we have here is our equity now stands at minus $20. So we are almost out of our drawdown, and we just wait for price. Monday's entry was based off this CB here, and also I had measured the high of last week to the low of last week, and notice that this CB was resting within the premium level of our range. Now price can continue up and take me out. It might want to come up to this level instead of just above the 0.5, and I'm fine with it. I will re-enter my sell. Another thing I want to note is I made an error yesterday. My network was playing up, so I executed the first entry and then I restarted and executed again before noticing that this one had actually entered. So I've got two entries. So my loss will be about $35 should price decide it wants to continue higher and take me out. If it doesn't and wants to go lower, then we are okay. I will probably reconsider another bearish entry. There is high impact news coming up in just above 2 minutes. This is where we still are, still waiting. I haven't added onto my position because I wasn't taken out, or I haven't been taken out yet. So I would have added another sale had I been taken out of yesterday's entry. So here we are where yesterday's entry is concerned. So I will not be adding my position because I already have two entries going, one for Monday and one for today. So I'm good. So let's wait to see what the news is going to do. This is the news coming up. It's a high impact news in just under 2 minutes now. So these are the results after the news announcement for today. And let's just quickly look at price. This is where we still are. It looks like this announcement didn't add a lot of volatility to the market. So in a way, we are still kind of consolidating. I will leave it open. Like I promised, I won't be moving my stop unless I'm stopped out, and I'll just leave my trade as is. It's almost time for me to pack up and go home. If I do get an opportunity to come back and show you what price has done before I leave, I will. If not, then we will see each other tomorrow. It's just before 8:30 in Zim, and this candle currently painting is the one that's just before 2:30 New York time. And as you can see, we haven't moved much. We are still in a consolidative phase, so we wait for price. Moving stop loss level to the same level as today's entry. Don't you just love watching price run away from your entry? I'm perfectly okay with it, and I'll explain to you why. Right now, if you're looking at time, normally by 30 minutes into the hour, price should have started off by coming up to continue lower. So because it's taken off lower, the chances that the candle will eventually come up to tag me in are actually quite high. So I'll leave it. I'll leave my entry as is. We're just waiting for this entry to be triggered in, and our stop losses have been moved to the same level. I'll be back after the 6 to 7 a.m. close. Okay, so I am back from my meeting, and it looks like the 5 to 6 a.m. candle did come and tag us in, and we managed to get our third entry, which is that one. And we are now hopefully going to close below this week open price to continue with the creation of the body of the candle to make the low of the week maybe tomorrow, Thursday or Friday. So I'm still in this trade. I'm holding it. There's news coming up in a few minutes. This one at 4 p.m. Right now is 3:48 p.m. in Zim. So just waiting for the news. I'll come and show you what price is done after the news because I need to get to work. We are currently approaching the close of the 4 p.m. news announcement. This is it. Okay, and just to show you something, it says actual greater than forecast is good for currency, and then this is the actual figure, and it's in red, meaning it was bad for the US dollar, which then would have meant that cable should have gone up and the US dollar should have come down. So I'm assuming after the open of the candle, cable did go up to reprice some inefficiencies here and started making its way down. If our overall pool of liquidity is towards or below the 0.5 level of the BISI, let me just show you the BISI quickly. Okay, so this is the BISI here. If we are on our way to reprice the midpoint of this BISI and maybe dip below the 0.5 level, if that is what price is doing, that it means the overall pool of liquidity is bearish. Today being a Wednesday, we are hoping that price will eventually continue lower to create the low of the week and then the close of the week. So it's time for me to go home. I'll come back tomorrow and then I'll show you what price has done. This is where we are in price. We still have our 3 entries running. I will see you tomorrow. So it looks like our journey together for this week has come to an end. I was a bit overzealous in my entry for today. I didn't wait for my setup. That's the honest truth. I still believe that price is going to go lower to create the low of the week, either today or tomorrow. But where I'm concerned, I'm out for this week and my profit will be just above 60 something dollars, I believe, which then leaves me in profit. So we dance again next week. Until then, bye bye.